McDonald's!
Hey everyone! Hey, welcome back to the channel. So we have a brand new throwback video review for you here today. And today we're going to be reviewing
Uncharted 2 Among Theives.
Oh yeah. And yeah, as always with our video reviews, this was recorded on a PS4 Pro and there will be spoilers ahead. So please, if you've never played this game somehow, just know that there will be spoilers in here. What a game.
I really like it. And I realized there's another difference between the Tomb Raider and this one. The Uncharted story continues.
Right.
Not like a Tomb Raider, every single game is different story. Only Laura Croft and who else? The guy?
Jonah.
Yeah, they are in the game. But the story is all different.
Yeah, that's a good point. And this game does pick up after Uncharted Drake's Fortune, which we reviewed last week on the channel. But it includes new characters into the fold, including Chloe Frazer, who you're going to see again in the series as it goes on. But of course it brings back Sully, Elena, and some other really cool characters that are new. And there's a lot of new mechanics in the game, so there's a lot to get into actually. First off, let's talk about the story. What did you think about the story in this game?
It was great.
I completely agree. I remember when this game came out, I was living in California with some friends from my high school in Seoul, and we were playing this game right when it came out, and I think we played it over the course of a weekend, just passing the controller each time we died, and it makes me really happy because finally Yajing and I had that same experience with this one. The story's really cool. You're kind of going all around the world again, but I have to say the graphics are way better in this game.
Much better, yes.
A big step up from the first Uncharted game. And there's also a lot of mechanics that have been added, like picking up a shield, new weapons. Also, there was cover mechanics in the first game, but in this one you're actually using the environment for cover mechanics. So you're climbing these signs and like jumping from side to side on the sign to target different enemies.
Yeah, and they have the rope. Like the Tomb Raider this time they added, you can runs back forth on the mountain and make your jump. Yeah, this is the new one.
Yeah, and I have to say too, the final boss in this game, it's a very unique boss mechanic where you're kind of running away from the boss and you have to find these orbs to kind of shoot and they can injure the boss. It was actually a really fun boss, and actually getting to play it with Yajing was pretty refreshing. Let's talk about the gameplay a little bit more. Obviously you're jumping around, you're fighting off enemies, but there's also kind of more paranormal style enemies in this game than I would say the first Uncharted. You're trying to find this Shambhala, this kind of mystic secret land, and you find yourself in Tibet. You're facing an army basically in this game. Yeah, it's much different actually.
Yeah, I'm thinking that the puzzles. Yeah, what do you think of the puzzles between Uncharted and you can compare with the Uncharted 2 to the Uncharted 1 earlier?
Sure.
Or the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I think the puzzles in this one made a lot of sense. I like them. They're not physics-based, really, compared to like Tomb Raider, but they were definitely serviceable puzzles. And you also have really cool level-based puzzles in this game. And when I say that, I mean the train sequence. There's a train sequence in this game that's so classic.
Yeah, you told me it's very classic.
Yeah, and you're kind of avoiding obstacles as the train's moving through this like really lush jungle. And you're also fighting enemies at the same time, a helicopter, different types of enemies. It's pretty good.
I remember, it's crazy, the trains part.
Yeah.
So many enemies from the both sides. And also on the train too. Like, it took us a while to.
Sure. Yeah. I think also this is where you start seeing in games like highlighted or different colored handholds. It's very noticeable in this game. Where you'll be climbing and you're like, where do I climb to? And then you'll see like this yellow, kind of like outline and on the wall, and you're like, oh, I can jump there.
You're definitely right. I think they use more colors than Tomb Raider.
Yeah. To
give you the hint where you're supposed to go.
Yeah.
I saw like red, yellow, white, blue even. Right?
Yeah.
And, just like, it's more colorful than Tomb Raider.
Sure. Yeah, and again, you have a fantastic voice cast, fantastic music. I really feel like this was Naughty Dog hitting its stride as a developer, which I didn't know at the time they could get better, but this was definitely a point where they were really trying to impress and show off what the PlayStation 3 could do, and the remaster on PS4 looks even better than that, so really good.
Yeah, and what I'm thinking is the puzzles. You think there are, because in Tomb Raider to me, there's so many puzzles. Like everywhere you go.
Sure.
The cave, you have the adventure. To me, I just feel like Uncharted doesn't have like as many as Tomb Raider do.
Yeah.
Right?
No, definitely not. And not in this game. We're going to get to Uncharted 3 next week. And I have a lot of thoughts on the puzzles in Uncharted 3.
Okay.
But yeah, in this one, they were good. They were serviceable, and I thought they were pretty easy to figure out with the journal that you get. So I like the puzzles in this one, but definitely different than Tomb Raider.
Right?
Yeah.
And another thing last Uncharted I haven't mentioned is the way how you aim it. Use the gun. Of course, we use different button on the controller, but it's a little bit more right to me.
Right.
Like Tomb Raider is more center.
Yeah, that's fair. You can very easily swap kind of the direction that Drake is looking just by clicking, I think it's the L3 button. So yeah, I agree. It's not kind of as centered. It's more over the shoulder while you're aiming.
Yes, to me that, And I like when you play the movie. Oh no, I like you when you play the game. You always, because we have so many options of the guns we can pick up.
Yeah.
You're just like, should I switch? Should I not switch?
Yeah.
Which is better for us for later of the game.
Sure.
Yeah, it's cool. It's fun.
Yeah, I completely agree. And kind of the ending of this game where you're escaping this crumbling like hidden city, I thought that was really cool too.
Yes.
Definitely a graphic showcase for what the PS3 could do back in the day, but it's a testament to great game design that it holds up so well today.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said earlier, you mentioned the graphics definitely much better.
Yeah.
How about the sound?
I thought the sound was just stellar. The music in this game was like Hollywood level, just really big popcorn movie style music. You feel every explosion. When the enemies are coming, you get that, anxiety driving music where you're like, oh no, I need to fight off a swarm of enemies. They also did a better job with not just sending waves of enemies at you in this game. You're kind of hopping between vehicles at certain points in the game too. It's just fun. It reminded me a lot of not just Tomb Raider, but like Indiana Jones, and definitely its own flair as well. So I really enjoyed it.
I like this song better than the last one.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. I totally agree. Well, very cool. Any final thoughts on the game?
No. Oh, there's another thing. When we play the game, this is the part similar like Tomb Raider. There's almost close to the end, you will, for some reasons, you will lost all your weapons.
Sure.
And then you have to against the enemy at the same time. This is pretty fun part.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's like some stealth elements in this game, so they started adding stealth elements in this one. Not super refined, but fun nonetheless.
I think I did it much better this one than last one.
Yeah. Yajing, really her skills have been improving with basically every game she's been playing, which is nice because I know she initially was a little worried going into games, but yeah, she's got the camera down now, the shooting mechanics.
Yeah, I feel much comfortable to shoot enemies.
Well, all right. I think with that said, let's go ahead and review Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. What would you rate out of 5 stars?
I want to give 4.5 this time.
4.5? For me, this is maybe my all-time favorite Uncharted game, and one of my favorite games on PS3. So I'm going to give this a 5-star. It really has stuck with me, and I can't tell you how many times I've played it from beginning to end, or even just going back and playing certain chapters. So that's going to be a 4.75 out of 5 stars from us for Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. What do you think? Have you played this game? How did it resonate with you? I'm so curious.
How you choose your weapons.
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to hear your favorite thoughts in the comments below. And yeah, as always, on the channel here, at the end of the week, we are going to have a brand new video up from Seoul, South Korea. So please stop back by and check that out.
And we will see you next time.
Yeah, thanks so much, everybody. We really appreciate it.